Hello. Oh, are we live? I think we're live. Sylvia says hello. I think our light might be a little too bright.
Hi, I'm Annabelle.
Hi, I'm Erica.
Hi, I'm Annabelle.
And you want to say your name?
I'm Sylvia.
This is week 2 of homeschooling for us, and I wanted to see how you guys are doing. We are starting to find like a kind of a new rhythm and a new normal, and at least, no, baby. They like to play in front of the video. At least for me, for us, I guess what that means is that we kind of just do things whenever we want. So we haven't even started our schoolwork yet today. I'm still drinking coffee, and we're getting ready to do a morning flow. Okay, quiet, please. Stop. A morning stretch for moms. These guys are just cute, and so they're here, but this is for the moms. If you have little ones running around at home, I invite you to let them join in or offer them something else to do for just about 10 minutes while we do some stretches together. Okay, so I am going to turn down my light because it's too bright, and then meet me on our mats, okay?
You mean this one?
On your own mat.
You mean this
Yeah, that light's too bright. Too bright. We can turn down a little bit. Hold on.
Awesome.
Ah, that's better. Yes, okay. So, to your mats. Nope. Okay, start on hands and knees is always my favorite way to start. So make sure you're stacked so your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips, and just wiggle around a little bit from side to side. Maybe take a couple cats and cows to stretch out your belly.
Cat and cow.
So let your belly drop down, lift your chest, lift your chin, come into a cow pose, and then with an exhale, round the back, look in toward your belly button.
Meow.
If you guys can't be quiet for this video, you will have to leave. A couple more breaths. And then come to a neutral spine. Step your right foot back behind you, toes to the floor, heel reaching, so you come into a big calf stretch. And then switch. So left leg comes back. And will you shut that door, please?
Sure. Don't look at me.
No, turn the light back on and shut the door. Thank you. Good. Bring both feet back behind you so you come into a plank pose for a minute. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Probably this is your first downward facing dog. Annabelle, back. Keep going. Probably this is your first downward facing dog of the day. So take a minute, bend your knees a little bit, Sylvia, no kicking. Lift your hips up and back. And shake out your head. Good. Come forward to your hands and your knees. Okay, you're going to have to move over here. Come forward on your hands and your knees. Bring your knees wide. Big toes to touch. Sit your hips to your heels. Child's pose for just a breath. Place the camera over here. Good. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees. Float your right leg behind you so it's parallel to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull your knee in toward your nose as you round your upper back and plant the foot between your hands. Good. Inhale, lift up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Hug your elbows in. Reach through the arms. Lean back. Good. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, bring your hands down to either side of the front foot. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, shift your hips back, flex your front foot. Step talking. Good, lift your chest, come into a runner's lunge. Couple breaths here, just really getting into the back of the leg. Flex your foot so your toes come toward your nose.
It's a matter.
Good. Inhale, bend your front knee, lift your chest. And exhale, shift your hips back, straighten your leg. A couple more times with your own breath. Inhale, bend the knee. And exhale, straighten the knee. One more. The next time the front knee bends, keep it bent. Point your hands, step back into your downward facing dog. Maybe take a minute, shake out the head, roll your shoulders away from your ears. And then come back to hands and knees. Good, bring your left foot behind you. Lift the leg up so it's parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, pull your knee in toward your nose, round your upper back, and pull in the foot between the hands. Good. Inhale, lift yourself up. Interlace your hands behind the back. Do it the weird way. Hug your elbows in. Reach your arms. Lift your chest. So if you have to turn that off, you can play, but not with the sound. Okay? Good. Inhale, lift your chest. Maybe inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Good. You can step your back knee back a little bit so you feel a bigger stretch through the front thigh if it feels like a good idea. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, shift your hips back, straight in the front leg. Flex your feet. Stay here for an extra breath. Maybe if it feels like you have a little extra room, you can hinge at the hips and bow a little bit more forward. Good. Inhale, bend the knee. Shift yourself forward. And exhale, straighten the knee. Come into your runner's lunge. Good. A couple more times with your own breath. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the knee. And back. Good. Plant your hands down, lift yourself up and back, come into downward facing dog for a couple breaths. See how high and how far back you can reach your hips. Maybe you wiggle your hips from side to side. Maybe you shake out your head. And then bring your toes to touch. Float your right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hips, stretch it open. And then other side, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open it up, left hip steps on top of the right. And square the hips, bring the feet back down to the floor, lift your hips up and back. Good. And then come to sit down on your knees. Good. Sit your hips onto your heels for a moment. And inhale, reach your arms up by your ears. Bend just your right elbow. Bring your hand to right in between your shoulder blades and pat yourself on the back for a moment. Good. Keep lifting this elbow up toward the sky. Maybe use your hand to help you. And then ribs pull back and by. Know that you can stay here or bring the other hand around behind the back. Either hands clasp, like mine, or grab onto whatever you can find back there and hold it. Slow, full, deep, easy breaths here. Good, and then let that go. I always like to do a couple arm swings in between my two to just kind of release any extra tension in the chest and the shoulders. And then arms come up, bend your left elbow, bring your hand to in between the shoulder blades, give yourself a pat. Maybe use your right hand to gently guide that elbow straight up toward the sky. That'll help your fingertips go in, down, and in between your shoulder blades a little bit more too. Good, and then ribs, pull them back in line. And then right hand comes out to the side. Maybe you turn that palm and reach around. Maybe the hands clasp, maybe not. It's no big deal either way. You just want to have a stretch going in both of the arms. Think about your left elbow reaching up and your right elbow reaching down at the same time. And then almost everyone notices a big difference between the right and the left, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. So I'm right-handed. This was a little harder for me for my right because I'm a little tighter on my right arm. Good, let that go. Do a couple swings. Good. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right hip. Left arm reaches up and over. Big, big stretch through the side body. Maybe gaze turns up a little bit. And then switch lift. Left hand comes to the floor. Right arm reaches up and over. Good. Inhale, lift up again. Maybe interlace the hands behind the back. Reach the arms. Lift the chest. Good. Then bring your hands to your knees. And inhale, reach your chest, lift. And exhale, round. Couple times. So it's kind of like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Heads and shoulders move back. Maybe squeeze your elbows in toward each other a little bit. And then exhale, round. Two more. Follow your own breath, your own rhythm. Good, and we'll round out the practice with a pigeon pose because I always like to get into my hips a little bit first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning at 10 o'clock. Come on to hands and knees. Bring your right knee forward. So it comes to the inside of the right wrist. Good. Keep that right foot active so it's not just flopping, it's engaged. Come on to fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. And then with an exhale, come forward and down any amount. So maybe you stay up here, maybe you come onto forearms, or maybe you come all the way down. 3 breaths. How slow and full and deep can you make your breaths? And then when you're ready, hands come under your shoulders, lift yourself up and back. You can come through hands and knees, or I want you to come through downward facing dog. Left knee comes forward. Come onto your fingertips and lift the chest. And then with an exhale, come forward and down any amount. Maybe you come onto forearms. Maybe you come all the way down. Good. Bring your hands under your shoulders, lift yourself up, and come back to a comfortable seated position. You can sit with me if you want to. When I do my own practice, my little ones lose their interest very quickly and move on to do their own thing. So maybe that happened for you too, and you got a little break in. If you have time later today, or even right now, depending on what your family is doing, take a moment and lay down and rest and have a shavasana. One of the things that I'm really finding that I like about being stuck at home is just being able to set my own pace and follow my own rhythm and rest when I'm tired and eat when I'm hungry, and I don't have to worry about being on someone else's schedule. So I really am loving that, and I invite you to take advantage of that too. So rest. When you're tired, rest. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 a.m., with a practice that is more focused toward the kids. So Annabelle will get to do some leading, and you guys can have your kids follow along, and maybe it'll be a little bit more engaging and more fun for the whole family. But I hope you're taking time to take care of yourself and to do a practice for you too. Thank you so much for watching. I am excited to play with your kiddos tomorrow. May you each be blessed with peace and joy, love and light. Have a beautiful, restful, amazing Monday. Namaste.